All set.
Don't hold it down when you do that.
All ready to go. Here we have a forearm balance routine for the muscles of the forearm. We're going to start with a stretch for the pronator teres muscle, which pronates the arm, and it runs from here to here approximately. To stretch it, you're going to have the arm with the pronator being stretched. You're going to turn the palm up. You're going to wrap around, so your index and middle finger wrap around either side of the thumb on that arm. You're going to gently you're going to gently pronate the arm in this direction, and you're going to resist that with your other hand. So right now I'm pronating and I'm resisting with my hand. I'm going to take a deep breath in, and then on the exhale, I'm going to relax the arm and then supinate the arm, which means to turn the palm up toward the ceiling. And I'm going to stretch that for 2 or 3 seconds. And then once again, I'm going to attempt to pronate the hand and arm, and I'm going to resist. I'm going to take a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, I'll relax, and I'll turn the palm in the other direction toward the ceiling to stretch this muscle here. And you're going to repeat that on both sides. And then what you're going to do is you've stretched the pronator, which is typically the strong, overpowering muscle. Now you're going to strengthen the supinator, which is on the other side of the forearm, which is typically the weaker muscle. So you're going to take a TheraBand and wrap it around one hand, and then wrap it around the other. And here you're going to have both elbows at the side, and your hands are going to be in this position. And then what you're going to do is on exhales, you're going to slowly supinate, and then come back, and then supinate, and then come back to neutral, and supinate, and come back to neutral. And I usually do about, anywhere from 16 to 20 repetitions this way. So right now we're strengthening the supinator, we've stretched the pronator teres, and lastly, we're going to stretch the supinator because we've just strengthened it. So you always want to stretch a muscle after you strengthen it. So here, I'm going to basically rotate the palm down, and then I'm going to attempt to supinate. So I'm going to attempt to take my palm up to the ceiling, but I'm going to resist that. Deep breath in, and then exhale. I'm going to turn the palm down toward the floor, which is going to stretch the supinator. And then once again, I will attempt to supinate. So I'm attempting to turn my palm up toward the ceiling. I'm resisting. Deep breath in. And then exhale. I am pronating to stretch the supinator. Next, we're going to stretch the forearm flexors. So I'm going to have my arms straight out in front of me like so. I'm going to take the opposite hand, the fingers in the palm, the thumb on the back of the hand. And I'm going to attempt to flex the wrist. So I'm attempting to do this, but I'm resisting with the other hand. Deep breath in. Exhale, relaxing. I'm tractioning the arm a little bit. And then I'm going to stretch these flexors by using the extensors. And I'm going to use this hand as a little assist for that. 2 seconds. Once again, I'm attempting to flex the wrist. I'm resisting it, taking a deep breath in. On the exhale, relaxing, tractioning, and then stretching these flexors by using the extensors and assisting a little bit with this hand. You can do this 2 or 3 times on each side. And next, I'm going to stretch the muscles of the hand itself. And so I'm stretching the muscles of this hand. I'm going to use this hand to assist here. And I'm going to gently flex my fingers and hand in. And I'm going to resist with the opposite hand. Deep breath in. And exhale, I'm simply going to stretch my hand open, fingers open as far as they'll go, assist with this hand. Then once again, I'm flexing in, deep breath in, and exhale, stretching out. And you could do this 2 or 3 times as well. So we've just stretched all of these muscles here into the hand, and now we're going to begin to strengthen all these muscles on the back of the arm by using a cat's paw, which is a great device. And I'm putting all my fingers and thumb into these holes here, and then I'm simply using the extensors of the hand, gently couple of seconds, relax, couple of seconds, relax, couple of seconds, relax. So I'm strengthening all these muscles here by extension, and start out doing this 15 to 20 times or so, but I kind of build up to doing it 30 to 35 times over time. And so you're strengthening all these muscles here. And next I like to stretch the extensors, and I'm only stretching the extensors because I've just used them in a strengthening routine. Otherwise I would never stretch these muscles because they're already overstretched. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to extend the hand, and I'm going to resist. So it's the opposite of what we did on the other side of the forearm. Deep breath in, exhale, relax, traction, and stretch down. And I also like to do, you can hold the arm out to the side, and you can kind of do this motion, which is a really nice stretch for the extensors of the forearm. And then after all of that stretching and strengthening, I like to do kind of a positional release where I just gently pull the hand back so that the forearm muscles the extensors are slacked, and hold this for a minute or two. And then lastly, I like to do a little stretching and strengthening exercise. I stretch the outside of the wrist, and then I'm going to strengthen the inside of the wrist. So I'm going to stretch the abductors and strengthen the adductors. So how I do that is I'm going to attempt to chop my hand down, but I'm going to resist. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, relax. And then take the wrist into ulnar deviation. And then once again, I'm chopping forward, I'm resisting, deep breath in, and I'm exhaling, and bending the wrist this way to stretch this muscle here. And now I'm going to wrap the TheraBand around the wrist here, and I'm going to strengthen the muscles on the inside of the wrist by doing this motion. So on an exhale, I'm bending the wrist like so, and exhale, and deep inhale. And then lastly, I'm going to stretch these adductors here by gently taking the wrist in that direction and resisting, and then exhaling and stretching that way. And then you're going to do all of these exercises on both arms. And then lastly, I kind of like to just go back and forth and just kind of stretch open all the muscles of the hand and the wrist.
You could do the core ones on the other arm, maybe?
What's
You could
that?
do the core ones on the other arm? The key ones?
Oh, no, it's fine. Yeah.